What's up, Keep Pounding crew? We're back today with another video. Keep pounding. Today's win over the Arizona Cardinals, 31-21. We're gonna dive into that in just a second. But before we do, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel inclined to do so. Let's dive in. So, we got a win over the Cards. Happy about that. We're going to go through these grades one at a time and position by position because that's what we do on this channel. So, starting out, quarterback, B plus. Teddy made some excellent throws, and some smart ones as well. There were a couple of overthrows, one of them leading to a pick, but I don't blame that one totally on Teddy. We're not going to take a grade off for that because the pressure was right in his face. And honestly, if that pressure had not been on him, he would have thrown that ball perfectly, right on the money. So, yeah, B plus for him today. Looking good. Running back, A minus. Mike Davis is a monster. Absolute monster. This dude was everywhere today. He had some absolutely amazing runs and catches and plays, and it just seemed like the guy was just pushing forward and making those extra plays, making those extra yards, you know, and I'm really happy with that. I think that we chosen the right man for the second running back job, and you know, he's a solid strength power runner. He really is. Um, Nothing more I can really say about that right now. So, tight end B plus. We do want to get to Bonifant as well. He got a touchdown. I did forget to mention him. And he caught a couple of passes too. So, good for you, Bonifant. Good job. Um, really happy to see that man making some plays. I think if today's performance doesn't boost him up to third spot in a place on the 53-man roster, I don't know what will. So, please put him on the 53. He's earned it. Like I said, tight end B plus. Ian Thomas got a touchdown, took care of business. I did not like the holding call. That's something we gotta do something about. There is holding calls. We've had a lot of them this season. Not just from him, but from a few linemen as well. So that's something we need to cut down on. But we'll get to that. Penalties, Ian Thomas did really well, though. So I was happy with him today. I've been watching him for a while now, and I am so excited to see him get that touchdown. Wide receivers B plus. Everybody did really well getting off the line. Release speed. Speed in general. Just catching the ball. And DJ. Really good day. 4 for 6 on catches versus targets. So that's going to definitely boost that number that we were concerned about. So, and it's not necessarily the number on the stat sheet that we should be concerned with. It's the level of play on the field. And DJ has definitely surpassed that uh, on the field. He's got over 200 yards. So that's DJ. Samuel did well. Robbie Anderson still sitting in the top 10 in the NFL. Really good job by Robbie. Super happy to see him up there. He's quietly getting his yards and quietly getting his catches, you know? And so is DJ. You know, DJ is kind of that cog in the machine wide receiver, but he is keeping these drives moving. He's making big plays that you want him to make. And, you know, he's not getting touchdowns off of them, but he's filling his role. You know, he's fulfilling his spot on the roster. And that's exactly what you need him to do. You need him to get those yards. You need him to get those first downs. So, great job. Offensive line, B+. Excellent day for the offensive line today. And I don't use the word excellent very often, but the passing pockets were so clean. It was like you just ran an OxyClean through the washer and dryer, man. That's how clean those pockets were for 80% of the game. Excellent job by the O-line. We did open up those holes once or twice for short yardage, and then we had a couple of long yardage ones as well. So, great job by the O-line. Defensive end, B-. I didn't see quite as much pass rushing as I would like to see. But Brian Burns was on a mission today. I will say that. Yeah, he and Derek Brown did really, really well. Putting pressure on the quarterback. So, excellent job by the two of them. Then you had Shaq pressuring as well. That's in the linebacker core. So, B- as far as linebackers. We did see some wide open receivers, but not that wide open. The coverage was kind of lazy in some areas, but, you know, we did manage to hold DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitzgerald to 50 yards total for the day. That's impressive. That's very impressive. Considering how explosive both of those wide receivers are, I'm very happy to see that. And that goes for the linebackers. That goes for the corners as well. We'll get into the corners. B- for the corners. I did see some open players, open receivers, and the running back get open a couple of times. So, you know, the tackling is all right. You could noticeably tell that we were working on the angles, so we got that done. And I feel like coverage is probably the next area that we need to work on. You know, let's have a couple of these corners start covering a little tighter on receivers that aren't like stars like Julio Jones or DeAndre Hopkins. You know, we handled those two quite well when we had Dante Jackson versus Julio Jones. You know, we did really well. I think. No, it was Bradbury. It was Bradbury on Julio Jones. So Dante Jackson is now going to be on him in the next game. But holding DeAndre Hopkins to only 40-some yards, you know, is really, really good. You know, you attacked him really well and handled him really well. So, if we can handle Julio Jones the same way and Calvin Ridley the same way, I think we've got a chance against the Falcons coming up. Um, that being said, run stopping, B plus. We did a really good job of run stopping on the inside. Um, Derek Brown actually shut down a couple of those runs. Gross Matos came in and took care of business as well, and actually stopped a Kyler Murray run up the middle that would have gone for big yards. So good for him. Um, we're pushing some really good players up on that line to combat the rushing game. KK Short's back, so you got Tahir Whitehead sitting there as well. So we're able to fill those gaps. Um, then Trey Boston B plus. B plus. I am gonna downgrade him from the A again, but only because of the fact that I did see a little bit of lazy coverage on a couple of plays, but you know, for the most part, he was playing really, really well in this game. Uh, it was I want to say 75% good plays versus bad in this one. So, you're looking at Trey Boston and going, this dude's improving. So whoever's coaching him up is doing an excellent job. Because they're finally getting to him, and he's finally not playing that lazy Trey Boston ball, anymore. So that's 2 games consistently that he's done well. So I give him props. I give him his due, and same with Shaq. Shaq did okay actually on pass coverage. So again, that's 2 weeks in a row. Give those 2 credit. Strong safety, Jeremy Chin. I did not like the unsportsmanlike call. On Jeremy Chin. I didn't feel like that was. I don't know how I feel about that call actually, because we got basically we just need to shut down these penalties, man. We got to stop doing this garbage. You know, when when these players start getting that agitated, we got to shut it down. We got to slow it down, back it up, think. And I'm going to get to that point in a second, because I got a talking point on that. Um, Special teams B plus. We did well. We did miss 1 field goal wide right a little bit, but nothing major. We were already up at that point, and it didn't really matter that much. But so I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Play calling A. Our play calling was excellent in that game. We were really moving the chains. We're doing everything right that we needed to do. The draw plays up the middle were kind of set up plays, so I have no problem with that. The Wildcat on 4th and 3 was genius. No one was looking for that at all. That was absolutely brilliant. Everyone just assumed that we were not running Wildcat after Cam Newton left. No, 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 no. We're still running it. We're still running it. It's still part of our playbook. Don't think it's not. Otherwise, you're going to get burned. And Arizona just got burnt on the 4th and 3. Because there was nobody on that side. The entire defense got fooled by that. So, props to Joe Brady on that play call right there. That was amazing. And then we started running with Teddy a little bit more. It started to feel like Cam Newton back there again, you know, with the running plays. And it felt good. It felt natural to have Teddy run a few plays, per game. I wouldn't mind that from here on. Just don't risk his injury. But the way he ran, you would never even thought he had that knee surgery back in 2000. What year was it? I don't even remember now. But you wouldn't even think he had that injury after that point. Because he was running so well, and it was impressive. I'll say that coaching, a. Um, I like how Coach Rule is getting after these players and making sure that they do what they need to do. And I also like how he's handling the press conferences as well. Every single question that he's been thrown, he's had an answer for. He's given a 1 minute answer at least on every question. He's not dancing around the question. He's going straight at it. He's attacking these questions. And I like this because finally we have a coach in that presser box that is finally not dancing around injury questions. And it makes me happy. And it should make every Panther fan happy after what Ron Rivera put us through. So, please give this man some love for that right there. And when you hear Joe Brady and Phil Snow talk, these guys just know what they're talking about. They have full answers for everything that they're talking about. They know exactly what they want to answer with and how to answer the questions. So credit to this coaching staff. They're doing a really excellent job with the media. So so let's get back to one point I want to make. The first point I want to make is the dumb false start penalty by Robbie Anderson. Teddy Bridgewater did this after the penalty, and that means think. I love it. Great leadership skills there, Teddy, man. I love it. That's what we need. We need somebody on defense doing that. Even if it's the coaches, even if it's the assistant coaches on the sideline. Just do that. Make them think before they act. I think that is a way to stop some of these dumb penalties, Think before you do something stupid. That costs us 5 yards, that costs us 10 yards, that is an unsportsmanlike penalty. You know who you are if you were a part of that. So, that's what we want right there. We want accountability. And that right there was accountability. In a nutshell. That was a perfect example of positive accountability. So let's see if we can push that narrative a little further there and keep doing that. That's a positive thing for this team going forward. So, that in mind, trying to think if there's anything else we need to really cover in this. I guess that's it. And enjoy the win, Panthers fans. Enjoy the win. We do need to cover what positions I think that we need help in, and that is left tackle, corner, defensive end, linebacker. Those are my four right now that I would go after players actively in the offseason for. But overall, we are making improvements on this team and really, really pushing for those goals, those simple goals that help us to get to that 10-win season that's coming up. Um, if we can manage to do that and keep going with these small goals and keep accomplishing those, we're on a fast track to success. Because we're already a little bit ahead of schedule as far as where I think that we would end up as far as taking care of these small goals. You know, we're taking care of them 2 at a time every game, which is great. That's exactly the pace we need to be on. We got 2 wins against the Chargers in Arizona, which is on par with what I had in my book. So, we do have Atlanta in the Dome coming up. And I don't know if we can get that win or not. I really don't. It's kind of 50-50 up in the air right now. Because Atlanta is really struggling right now. Their secondary looks weak. They're still putting up points. Don't get me wrong, they're still putting up points. As long as they still have Ridley and Julio Jones, they're still going to put up points. So, the problem is going to be, can we seal off the edge? Can we cover these wide receivers a little tighter and take away a couple of Matt Ryan's weapons? Can we seal up the middle and stop these rush plays so that we can focus on the pass game? That'll be the key going forward into the Atlanta game. And let's try to put some pressure on Matt Ryan. Let's see what happens. Normally, he's pretty confident in the pocket, but under pressure, he may cave. There's been some circumstances where he's been liable to cave and throw some bad passes or to throw these passes away. So maybe we can force some bad ones. You never know. But I would send one blitzer, no more than that. Send the usual 4, and then the extra blitzer is 5. But send everybody else back and just cover the wide receivers. That's what I would do against Matt Ryan. Because he's going to target these guys. He's going to look for the short pass. He's going to look for the medium pass. But deep pass-wise, not so much unless Julio Jones just gets lucky and burns Dante Jackson back there again. But I don't think that's going to be the case too often. So let's see if we can keep these passes to short and medium and maybe get him into a 3rd and long situation. That would be great. So that in mind, if we can get our offense going like we did in this game, I feel pretty confident we have a shot. So, that in mind, I'm going to keep this simple and short here. And I'm going to say enjoy the win. Keep pounding. Don't forget to check out the live stream on the Facebook page. Keep pounding in all capital letters. I'll be doing live streams on once in the middle of the week. I have not scheduled any times or dates yet during the middles of these weeks, so keep that in mind. But go ahead and join the page, and you'll get a notification when I go live. And these will also be videos, so definitely download Zoom. You'll get a chance to interact with me if you join the Zoom calls. My personal ID number is on the page right above the live stream or at the highlighted pin post. So definitely hit me up. Leave a comment down below in the live chat. Let me know that you're joining. the Zoom chat, and I will patch you through. So, that in mind, again, we're going to leave it right here. Enjoy this victory. 2-2. Feels great. Go Panthers. Keep pounding.